Happy Christmas is an absolutely terrible film. This was released in 2014. It's written and directed by Joe Swanberg, and it stars Anna Kendrick, Melanie Lynskey, and Mark Webber. And there are several reasons why it's terrible. The first is that the narrative is dire. The characters are largely unlikable, and so many of the technical aspects of the film are appalling. Now, whenever I discuss films, most of my focus is on narrative because I'm narrative driven, I am a writer, that's kind of where my area of expertise is. So when I'm noticing problems with the camera work and the lighting, that means it's really bad because these are not things that I usually have any issues with because I'm not an expert in that kind of thing. So unless it's really bad, I don't notice that it's bad. Basically, the film is about Jenny, played by Anna Kendrick, who goes to stay with her brother's wife, and their young child. The baby is the only good thing about this. He is absolutely adorable, and whenever he was on screen, I couldn't help but have a teeny tiny smile, but that is the only redeeming thing in this film. Jenny is very irresponsible. The film is partly about how her family are influencing her, but also how she and her lifestyle and her attitudes could potentially influence her family as well. It's an interesting enough concept. It's a dire execution. It is boring. Nothing happens. And sometimes with a film, you can have a lack of narrative as long as the characters are interesting and you like watching their journey and feeling like you're part of their world, but the characters were very boring. Nothing against the performances. The performances, I think, did well enough with the material that they had, but the narrative was lacking, the characters were boring, there's not really a lot of Christmas in this, so if you're looking for a Christmassy film, this isn't going to be one of them. And then we have the camera angles and the framing, absolutely appalling. The lighting was terrible. I felt like I was in a cave for a lot of the film. So visually, it's unappealing as well. And I really am struggling to find anything positive about this film. The baby is very, very cute. And whenever he's laughing or he's got a smile on his face, yes, that kind of is infectious. That definitely is. And that is the best thing about this film. The narrative is potentially a good idea, but very poorly executed. The characters are very unlikable. The camera work is not great. The lighting is not great. And if you're watching this thinking you're getting a Christmas film, unfortunately, you're going to be disappointed there as well. Happy Christmas is not a good film. Other than the occasionally smiling, laughing baby, there is nothing positive about this film, and I most certainly do not recommend it.